Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Head over to audibletrial.com/jumbled and get your fill audiobooks. They've got all the audiobooks there, so many of them. So if you can't find something there, then you might be the pickiest person alive. Thanks, Audible. Let's get to the podcast. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Jumbled, your favorite podcast about nothing. I'm Zach.
And I am Johnny.
There he is, the big boy.
The big boy. Big boy's in the house.
How's it going, man? How you doing?
I'm good. Just got back from the gym, feeling frisky, if you will. Eating some cold potato soup. Don't worry, Joe. I'll try and keep my mouth as close to the microphone as possible.
There you go. Ooh, our ASMR people are just...
You know what? They keep emailing me, so I'm just going to keep going, you know?
It's true. The entire time we're preparing, I'm like, Johnny, you want to back up from the microphone? And you're like, no, man, this is just how I do it now.
My people need me.
My people need me. Oh, God,
it's actually going to be a secondary podcast, and it's going to be Dinner with Jumbled, and the listeners are just going to say, hey, all I want for the next hour is to listen to you and Zach eat. No words. And then they're going to pick what we're going to eat, and we're going to eat it.
We're going to eat on a Skype call and not talk to each other?
I'm real excited for this spaghetti episode, personally.
The only thing we're going to say is just the dish that we're eating.
Mm-hmm.
And then
there'll be a lot of
just 20 minutes. Just 20 minutes of us eating, and then the music to go out.
Yep. It'll be beautiful. I think it's going to be a hit.
The worst podcast ever. Dude, there's not a worse podcast I could think
No,
of.
I guarantee you if we post that goes big somewhere. There's a group of people that will just eat that up. Pun intended.
Yeah. There's a BuzzFeed article waiting to happen, dude. Guaranteed. 100%.
Did you know that my little sister has written articles for BuzzFeed? I should get her to mention us.
Really?
Yeah, she's done a few things that have been pretty cool.
Is she like just a freelance journalist or something like that?
Well, she's actually at the University of British Columbia getting her master's in journalism.
Nice.
I think that's the school she's at. I should know that. I'm a horrible big brother. Sorry. But so yeah, she does some freelance writing here and there, and I think the first one she was actually an undergrad when she did the first one, and she did it as a project, cool. And then she submitted it, and then it kind of took off, and some things went really well. I don't know.
Nice.
I'm proud of her. I don't say it enough, but I'm proud of her.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's cool. Yeah, let's get on that, dude, because a lot of people look at BuzzFeed. Let's get jumbled. You know what? Jumbled dinner. Next week,
dinner on. It would look a lot like my dinner right now because it's cold soup.
Are you eating? It seems like a very Depression era dish that you're eating right now.
No way, man. This soup is. Well, I guess in general, if you say potato soup, it sounds pretty desperate.
Yeah, but it's hearty. It's got a lot of herbs in it and stuff.
Yeah. Al made it, so it's amazing. But it's basically back into cooking with Jumbled. Here we go.
Here we go. Get ready. Buckle up.
You guys asked for it. We're bringing it. So I know it has onions, garlic, potatoes, carrots, chicken broth, and a bunch of different kinds of cheeses, kind of cooked down and then blended. But I don't want to say in a blender. There's a thing called an immersion blender.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know what it was until I bought one for Allie for her birthday.
Like a stick.
A stick with a blending thing on the bottom of it.
Yeah, we have one.
And it's whipped up, and it's like got some good chunks of garlic and potatoes and broccoli and carrots in it, and I love it. And it's actually pretty good cold. I would even go as far as saying I like it better cold. What are you eating? That looks like Wendy's.
Huh? What am I eating?
Yeah. I'm trying to be healthy over here, and you're fucking pulling out a Baconator in front of me?
It's a Reuben.
A Reuben. Oh, that looks like a healthy Reuben. Oh, baby. Yeah,
It's delicious.
Way to fat shame me, Zach.
I like where this is going right now. We're gonna piss so many people off, but I don't care.
That we're an hour, well, 40 minutes behind recording time, and we're both shoving food in our faces and talking about food.
You know? It is what it is, man. You know,
Zach, what's your favorite kind of juice?
Oh, God. I think my favorite kind of juice, I don't know if you've ever had it. It's not just like a standard juice. I'm going like out of like the different like Tropicana and all the manufacturers of juice, Ocean Spray and all that stuff. Naked makes a Mighty Mango.
That's
juice.
Like a smoothie, though. That's not a juice.
No, it's a juice, dude. It is thick, though. If I just pick a juice, like a standard juice.
Something along the lines
I'm going I like grape. I just like straight up grape juice, dude.
Grape juice is good.
I love grape juice.
Now that I don't drink...
you picked up a juice habit?
No, well, I try not to, but I drink a lot of soda water.
Johnny, don't lie. You've downed about 1.5 gallons of orange juice since.
Well,
I see the containers littered around your room right now behind you.
Covered. I'm trapped in Frozen Tundra Studios B by mountains of Tropicana containers.
Well, technically, wouldn't you be Frozen Tundra Studios C? Number 1, because C for Canada. Number 2, because Frozen Tundra Studios A is Joe's basement, and I haven't recorded down there in God knows how long.
I'll accept C.
Yeah, C's not bad. I'm going to go with... actually, I don't know if I've ever come up with a nickname for this space, but we'll just go with B.
B? I try not to drink juice because it's really high in sugar, but I had a good fast today, and I was proud of myself. I had a good workout, and I really should have just chugged a bunch of water, but instead I saw this nice pulpy orange juice, and I thought I would treat myself to a big old glass of OJ.
Treat yourself, Johnny.
Oh, you know what pisses me off? Talking about treating yourself. So I was speaking at a department team meeting conference thing all day today, and it was really fun. So I've always said that I hate public speaking, and everyone's always said, I don't know why, you're good at it. Today was the first time that I actually really enjoyed doing it.
Do you think that having a weekly podcast where you just get on a... Do you think that because you're getting on a mic weekly that has somehow lent to a more comfortable approach toward public speaking?
That's probably been part of it, actually. That's a really good point. It has to help. Definitely doesn't hurt.
Right.
But so we had lunch catered, and I was really stoked. We're at a hotel and whatnot. And just for the record, I challenged my entire department to ping pong battle, and only 3 people took me up on it. I smashed them.
So you're undefeated. You're an undefeated.
I can't be beat champion in the ping pongs.
Well.
So, Joe, that offer, you haven't responded yet, so I just imagine that means you admit
scared.
defeat, so the debate is officially over and closed.
Yep, he's scared, dude. You know what? He would never say it to you, but he called me crying directly after your match. He called me crying, and then he's like, I'm never going to be better than Johnny.
He told me he had to take a poop, but he looked like he was crying in the bathroom.
Yeah, his eyes he had like the pre-cry watery eyes. Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah, there was a lot of watery eyes. It's okay, man.
Did you feel bad? Did you feel bad for him a little bit?
No. Not even 1% of 1% bad.
Did you throw him a couple pity points?
Oh, for sure. I always do.
Yeah. He said,
so you
did feel bad for him.
No, it's so you know the definition of true dominance isn't running up the score; it's controlling the game. So I like giving him little tastes of hope and then crushing him. I feast off of that disappointment.
I feel like we need to create a mini book of Johnny quotes, and that could be one of them. You know,
I've said some pretty good and pretty dumb shit on this show. That's for sure.
yeah, dude. Like I'd get rid of ears. That was a pretty dumb part.
I mean, taken out of context, I understand.
I feel like at this point, though, if you said you were going to get rid of ears, that it would be justified because ears have been giving you, at least one of them, been giving you a hard time for a while. I'm sure you're pretty tired of your ears at this point.
I am really tired of draining my ears, almost to the point where I'm about to say fuck it and just let it harden and just have an ugly ear.
Don't give up on it, dude.
Oh, man. It's literally like piercing your ear 3 times a day.
Well, I mean, I've seen some of those guys' ears. That's all I'm saying.
Think of how much faster I'd run if I didn't have ear drag.
If you didn't have ear drag, oh man, that's keeping you back so much, dude.
That is the deciding factor here between me running a 5-second 40 and like a 4.4.
Your ears, you're rocking some Dumbo ears, dude.
On a windy day, man. Oh gosh.
You know what you should do? Start off small. Do like a Stephen Colbert. I don't know what happened to his ear, but one of them is weird. And if you've never noticed, now you will. Mm-hmm. One of the ears is sort of weird and lopsided. So just sort of do that. Maybe take like I don't know, maybe get some elective surgery or something and get just part of the ear
slice it off.
Like a partial, what is it? What ectomy would be like a removal of your ear? What is that called?
I don't know. There's got to be an official name for losing part of your ear or all of your ear. Do you know how much that would hurt? Thinking now about how much ear damage I've taken in the past 6 months or so, because that's when it's really gotten bad. I think back to Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield, and that would hurt so bad.
Think of the jaw strength too that it would have to require to bite through
it's Mike Tyson
and
he's
to rip.
A savage beast.
It's true. Completely unrelated. Well, not completely unrelated. You're talking about how it would feel to lose part of an ear. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like there would be, you know how like when, people lose a leg or they lose an arm, they have like a tingling sensation. And
ghost pains and stuff.
Yeah. Do you think there's anything like that related to an ear?
There must be. It's your brain not realizing that you don't have that part anymore, right? So,
God, that's weird. What if on like another plane of existence, there is an arm there? We just can't see it.
Oh, this is some Jer shit.
I just blew your mind, dude.
You sure did. That's
what's in this Reuben, dude? That's what I want to know, because...
LSD Reuben.
LSD Reuben, dude.
I would love to try LSD someday. Is that weird?
I hear it's not, like, the worst thing for you. There's not, like, really any negative side effects to tripping it. You just have to have somebody around that's going to make sure you don't fucking jump off something.
Peel your face off?
Yeah, pretty much.
Noted. Okay.
I don't know that I really would ever want to do that.
Peel your face off or do LSD?
Well, I think both, honestly.
That's fair.
I don't think I want, like, I feel like I would have some really paranoid trip on acid and just be like terrified the entire time.
Oh my God. I just remembered what's coming soon and I'm really excited. So on October 17th, marijuana is legalized across Canada.
Woo woo!
Woo woo!
Johnny's going to blaze it up in his office at work.
These podcasts are going to get a lot more interesting.
Is there any negative repercussion from your place of employment for
No, we don't have a drug policy. You just can't be under the influence at work.
Well, there you go, man.
So for my birthday, I asked my mother, who is a notorious rule follower and goody two shoes,
Yeah,
if she would smoke weed with me.
Right, and if and that sort of goes back to a previous episode. By the way, I know we're already 16 minutes into the podcast, but all you people who found your way, you stumbled into the feed from SoundCloud, welcome. We deleted everything off SoundCloud. But if you heard a previous episode of the podcast, Johnny, you actually talked about asking your mom to smoke weed with you on your birthday.
That's right. That's coming up.
So that harkens back to a previous episode. I'm not sure which one. It would have been somewhere since 35.
Zach, I have an idea. Mom, I don't know if you're going to get mad about this being on the air, but what if I convince my mom to not break any laws? It will be legal. That's really important.
Yeah.
To smoke weed with me, and then we go on the podcast together.
Oh, dude, perfect. Perfect. No, I'm 100% down.
This can only go the right way.
You know, and obviously I don't want to talk it up too much because I don't want to put any kind of unnecessary pressure on your mom or unrealistic expectations for our listeners. Let me just say, is not a done deal yet. Johnny has not discussed this with his mom. We have no idea if she's going to put a kibosh on it or not. But that would be a phenomenal idea that I'm 100% down for.
We'll put her email in the description of this episode, and feel free to email her on her personal, work, her cell phone.
Yeah, we'll put all that information. Yep, all that information, social security number, we'll put it all. Oh, you don't have social security. What's the equivalent?
We have a social insurance number.
There you go. Social insurance.
Yeah.
Perfect. We'll put it. So that's an SIN. You guys have a SIN?
A SIN. Yep. SIN.
Nice. Okay. Well, we'll put all that on there.
Yeah.
Feel free to jump in. No, I'm 100% down. That sounds like a great idea, dude. What day did you say it was? October what?
October 17th. But my birthday's October 22nd, and I believe I am hanging out with my mother that weekend for my birthday because love my mother, and some people might say lame, but I like spending time with my family.
That's not lame.
I know, but some people are like, ooh, you're not going to go partying? I'm like,
Dude,
maybe.
when you get up to is it the big 3-0 for you?
3-1.
3-1.
Officially solid 30s then, you know?
Yeah, because when you're 30, you can be like, oh, well, it's just 30, but you've passed.
Yeah, I'm well into the 30s now. Oh God, life is over.
Yeah, dude. When you get up to 31, it's just like you are who you are. You know, like as far as like the way that you are going to go out and behave. Like I'm not going to go out tomorrow to the Power and Light District in Kansas City and just fucking get annihilated because that's just not the kind of person I am. And it doesn't seem like a fun time either. I'd rather just have a chill night. That's how I've always been, though. I don't know if you had your wild days.
I mean, I've had some wild days, but it's different for Canadians because we can start drinking at 18. So
yeah,
I did my bar days really early, you know. And I still enjoy going to bars, even though I don't drink. It's nice to like hang out with friends and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. It just changes the perspective of partying from getting shit-faced and listening to music or to hanging out with friends and eating food and playing board games, which, by the way, Allie and I got a cool new board game.
Yeah? It's
called Dead of Winter, and it's a zombie survival game.
Just a picture of your backyard?
Basically, it's very Canadian-like. There's a character in the game that looks exactly like Billy Bob from Bad Santa.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a Bad Santa. It's fucking hilarious. He has a broken bottle as a shiv.
Perfect. And, Dead of Winter.
I highly recommend it. It's cool. It's a cooperative game. Well, you think it's a cooperative game. So,
This is not an advertisement, by the way.
no. Unless you, Dead of Winter, you'd like to pay us money, and then it is definitely an advertisement.
Yeah. We are able to be bought.
Yeah, we will sell out for surprisingly low prices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. I would sell out for a very nominal amount of money.
Yep, absolutely. So any of our listeners, if you want to get a shout out, a promo, you want to promote your Instagram or something, let us know.
Yep. You looking to do any kind of like social media marketing or anything like that, you know? Hey, we'll talk about it.
Fuck yeah. Anyways,
all right, so
it's a cooperative game.
Yep.
You get a team mission. So if there's 4 people playing, so you guys have to accomplish that mission to end the game, basically, or win. And then you get a secret mission that you have to accomplish yourself, and you're not supposed to share it. But in those secret missions, there's a sabotager, where
a saboteur.
A saboteur. There we go. Or a betrayer. I think it's what they're called, betrayer missions or whatever. So you're trying to kill people in the group, either kill someone specifically, or make morale go down, or like ruin all the food and stuff.
It's sort of like a weird cross between like a I don't even know what a cooperative board game would be, but then Clue. You like
it is
Clue in the mix.
Yeah. Okay. So it's about kind of lying and bluffing, and you don't really know. There might be that person. There might not be that person. So you pull out so many mission cards per person. It's like I think you take how many players you have plus 2, and then it's half of how many players you have. You put so if there's 4 of you, put 2 of the betrayer missions in, and you shuffle them. So there might be someone who's betraying, and there might not be. You don't actually know, and you can kick them out of your kind of party, and then they have to survive outside of the safe compound kind of thing. So it's really cool, and you get to lie, and you get to mess around. And me being me, we started playing, and my first place that I go to is the police station because I want to find guns, and then I just start killing all the zombies. Anyways, it gave me some crazy zombie dreams that night.
Really?
Yeah, and last night we played it Sunday night, and then even last night I had a couple dreams. They weren't as vivid, and I was kind of sad because I was really excited to go to bed because I wanted to go back into that zombie dream. Didn't happen, man. I was bummed, but
I don't know that I've ever had an actual zombie dream.
No, I get them somewhat regularly, but we all know I'm kind of paranoid prepper.
I rarely have dreams at all anymore.
Really?
Yeah. I just fall asleep and I wake up to my alarm. That's really all it is.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It is what it is.
So I woke up in the middle of that dream on Sunday night. And it was just kind of getting interesting. And I was really bummed. I don't know what woke me up, but I woke up and I was really bummed. And I thought to myself, go back to sleep and go back in that dream. Fall back asleep and go back to that dream. And I actually did. And it was so cool.
I was just getting ready to ask you if that's ever happened.
Yeah.
It's happened to me before.
So then I was kind of half lucid dreaming. Like in the dream, I was somewhat aware that it might have been it. It just didn't feel right. It was kind of a dream, not real. And I don't know. Lucid dreaming is really cool. I don't know if you've had a lucid dream before, but
no, I haven't.
For those of our listeners who don't know, lucid dream is you're dreaming, but you're aware that you're dreaming, so you can start manipulating the world around you. The best one I had I think it was Jason, like the horror movie Jason was trying to kill me, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm dreaming. And I don't know why I wasn't like, I'm dreaming, I can beat you up. It was, I can fly. So then I just started flying away from him everywhere.
That's awesome, dude. But that's the playful quality of you, Johnny. You just
That's true. I was like, yeah, just play around, fly, woo! And then I was flying over mountains and shit, and it was awesome.
How long do you think he tries to keep it up? How long does Jason try to catch you while you're flying over?
Well, what I've learned from those movies are you run, he walks, but he's always right behind you.
It's true.
So I don't know. That must be his secret power that's never fully been explained. But
And inevitably, you somehow trip.
Yeah.
And can't get back up.
Yeah, we're just passing that yawn back and forth.
Yeah, hurt your ankle or something.
Have you ever had a dream where you're trying to fight something and you don't have any strength? Like you're punching someone as hard as you can, it does no damage?
No, but I got into a fight in real life and that happened. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I've never been in a fight, but
what?
That's pretty much
string
bean theory. Oh, you're gonna
next time I see you, I'm coming for you.
You're
coming at you like a spider monkey.
All right, man. I'll be like, no, Johnny, don't do it. I'll present my face to you, and then I'll call your bluff.
I'm gonna come at you with so many combinations you think you're safe.
You're gonna end up killing me and have to do this podcast all by yourself.
I'm gonna come at you from so many different angles you think you're fighting a crowd.
You know what? I'm gonna be like that Shaolin or not Shaolin monk, but one of those monks that set themselves on fire. I'm just gonna be as calm as that. I'm just gonna sit there and take the choke or whatever. Eventually, I will perish, but I will
accepted my fate.
Yep, but I will not fight back. I will show everybody around.
That's lame. That's not fun for me. What you're capable of.
No, but here's the deal. Whenever I die, I actually sort of disintegrate into a bunch of butterflies, and then I fly away, and it's really beautiful. It's worth sticking around.
So if I kill you, do I get your powers like in Highlander?
Yeah. Actually, you have to retain my penis. Oh, you have to keep my penis
inside of me? Oh, just in a jar. Okay, that's a lot easier than where I was thinking.
I mean, I guess if you want to try to get a little more potent, you can do that, but
Speaking of penises, that's a weird segue. I'm looking at my.
That's this podcast, dude.
There's
mention of a dick every episode.
You know what's funny? We got down this track from me talking about drinks and me presenting today, and then I was gonna say I got really pissed because at lunch they had a bunch of sodas out, and I saw a Diet Pepsi, and I'm gonna treat myself to a Diet Pepsi because I try not to drink a lot of caffeine, and I crack it and I start drinking it. But this tastes really weird, and I look down and it was a Pepsi Heavy in a weird colored Diet Pepsi like can. So why would you do this to me?
For all of our states listeners, Pepsi Heavy is just a standard Pepsi.
Yeah. Who drinks that?
I don't drink Pepsi at all.
One, I'm more of a Coke guy, but I love a Diet Coke, but I don't really drink full-bodied sodas.
I do. I drink all of the sodas.
I was so pissed that they remodeled the Pepsi cans to look exactly like the Diet Pepsi.
Yeah, you know what I don't understand? So they have Diet Coke.
And then Coke Zero?
Well,
because those are two very different things.
I know. I don't know if they have this anymore, but they had Diet Coke, with the aspartame or whatever for the sweetener. Then they just have a Diet Coke that's a caffeine-free.
Oh, caffeine-free is important to some people. I would drink a lot more Diet Coke if it was caffeine-free. So
they have the two versions, and I know I'm not big on Diet Cokes, but if I had to pick between the two, I'm going with the caffeine-free one because it's going to taste better.
I don't think it tastes better. I'm trying not to drink a lot of caffeine, but I just love carbonation. So soda waters. Mm-hmm. I've been getting down with the soda waters, and I got some that have lemon or lime in them, or grapefruit. Oh, I love the grapefruit one.
Did you say lemon?
Lime, lemon, and lime.
I thought you said lemon.
Lemon. It's
a weird cross pollination.
Yep, that only comes in Canada. I would drink the shit out of a lemon, that's for sure.
Let's stop to take a second to talk about our sponsor, Audible. Head over to audibletrial.com/jumbled and get your free 30-day trial and a free audiobook. The book that I'm going to recommend for the month of September is Sklar's and Stripes. It's actually not an audiobook. It's an Audible original. So head over, check it out. The whole premise behind Sklar's and Stripes. If you don't know, by the way, Randy and Jason Sklar, the Sklar brothers, they are a comedic duo. They're twins. If you haven't listened to their stuff before, also listen to that. But the whole premise of Sklar's and Stripes is they go around when they're touring. They go around the city that they're visiting, and they pick up things to talk about. And they try to learn as much as they can about the city, and then they go up on stage and they open up with 10 or so minutes of material that they've gathered from just walking around the city and taking it all in. Gives a good insight into other parts of the country. And hey, if you're from whatever specific part of the country that you tune in for, it'll make you laugh as well. Randy and Jason Sklar are really funny guys. Would highly recommend this one. It's, unabridged audiobook, 6 hours and 47 minutes, solid amount of time, and you get to keep it. You get to keep it. It's free with a 30-day trial. And, hey, that's it. That's all I'm going to say, guys. Enjoy. audibletrial.com/jumbled. Back to the podcast. Yeah, you said down with the soda water.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a really bad Disturbed song. Like, that's like if Disturbed went, like, trying to clean up
what was the sound that he
bit.
Does, that singer? He does it. Yeah, he does that in every song. There's that weird. Yep. What is that a growl? Is that a coo?
Yeah, it starts off
like a caw?
Starts off. Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's weird. It starts off with the growl.
Is it a growl? Is that a growl?
Yeah, I mean it's like the ooh. It's like the ooh at the start of it is the growl, and then he jumps into some weird
pigeon thing.
Yeah, it's sort of like what's the I don't know. I can't really define it because I don't listen to a whole lot of music that involves screaming.
Yeah, that's fair. I like heavier music, but I don't think I could say I really like Disturbed at all. But yeah, back to my comment speaking about penises. So I'm looking at my jumbled book here, and as you know, Mike was in town.
Yeah.
And I see this weird point that says, talk about Mike's giant penis 10 inches around.
10 inches around.
So I'm just imagining a really, really wide, shallow tuna can.
Yeah, really flat. It's like if you ran. It's how like Wile E. Coyote was always chasing the Roadrunner, and the Roadrunner would like paint a tunnel on a wall, and he would like run into it, and he would like get flattened.
Yep,
that's sort of like if you ran head first, literally penis head first into a wall, and it just
crumpled it,
just compacted your shit, and then like flattened it out.
So basically what we're saying on this episode of Jumbled's Medical Advice, Mike, if your penis is a flattened tuna can, you might need to go see a doctor.
It's like a frisbee.
Exactly, it's a frisbee. I'm going to start calling him Frisbee Dick.
Good old FD.
Yep. So nicknames. I used to put a lot of nicknames in my phone. And I don't know if I shared this before, but I was driving a work colleague of mine, and a buddy's nickname, he called me, and it came up on my display, and it was not an appropriate nickname.
What was it?
I'm going to get a lot of shit for this. So I don't even want to say it.
Okay. Well, you don't have to call your friend out. You don't have to explain it. Just say the name.
It's not PC, and I'm probably going to get flack for it, but I've matured since then.
All right. Okay.
So his nickname was Big and Gay for probably 10 years.
Yeah.
because he was big and we were pretty sure he was gay. Turns out
Yeah.
he's not, but
Okay.
and we've since progressed his nickname.
Sure.
Yeah, we called
It's
him
like big and bisexual now. Is what it is.
yeah, big and curious.
Big and curious. I like it.
But it was a junior high nickname, okay? Junior high John was an idiot and
Dude,
times were different, didn't know.
Yeah. Junior high, you say a lot of really regrettable things.
Mhm.
Like I don't know if you have like journals or anything.
I
that
do.
you, like, okay, so I don't like I didn't do it frequently, but I had a journal that like every few months I would like write out an entry or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I always look at like the formatting of everything and unnecessary capitalization and using phrases like da bomb.
Oh yeah, writing it da
Da,
bomb.
yeah, da bomb, yeah,
Yep.
and then LOL, but it was a capital L, lowercase o.
Oh
capital
yeah.
L. Yeah,
I like
yeah.
just writing lol, like LAWL. Lol.
Okay, lol. Yeah, that's a good one. But like, and I go through that too with Facebook memories. So
Like, what were you thinking, John? Come on.
yeah.
But that's what life is about, you know? It's about making mistakes and growing from them and learning and becoming a better person. And I like to think
true.
I'm a better person every day.
It's true, and you know, I've learned many important things from those journal entries. Most notably, how to avoid being perceived as one of the most annoying people on the planet. Maybe I might not be succeeding at that, depending on what our
I'd say
listeners
you're
think.
at least in the top 10.
Okay, well, you know,
Just kidding.
top
Love
5.
you.
Am I top 5 or am I just sitting in the top 10?
I mean, if you're in the top 10 of anything for anything in this world, you should be proud because that's impressive. Like,
Okay.
what if nose picking was a professional sport and you could
I'm
say
number 1. I'm number 1.
I'm in the top 10 of nose pickers. You know who would be in the top 10 of nose pickers?
Somebody with a big nose and little hands.
Wally.
Yeah?
That guy, there's something medically wrong with him. The size of boogers he could pull out of his nose, it was unnatural. Unnatural. I'm talking bigger than his thumbnail. Like, how was that in your face? And how are you getting that out? And why? It was like a sport to him. I'd get excited. He'd be like, "Ooh, I got a good one." And I'd need to see, and I didn't believe. The biggest boogers in the world.
Was I think it was Wally that college was gross. I think it was Wally that was chewing up Funyuns and then
Oh yeah, the
spitting them
Funyun apple.
out. God, it's
So
fucking disgusting.
So congratulations to Wally. He's now engaged.
Congratulations. I hope that you I don't know if he listens. Has he listened?
I think he listens occasionally. I don't know.
Okay.
But I had to tell his fiance about what a Funyun apple was, and she was pretty horrified.
Yeah.
Rightfully
Yeah, I'm sure
so.
that's probably one of those things that he like just sort of locked away and forgot about.
No, I think he still does it. I think he still does it to this day.
What's up with that? He just chews them up. He just likes the flavor, but he doesn't want to eat it.
No. He likes the flavor so much he wants to eat it twice. So.
Oh God!
So to
With
our
a little bit of
listeners-
digestion.
So to our listeners, this is going to get a little weird and a lot of gross. So a Funyun apple is the process of getting a vending machine sized bag of Funyuns, or bigger if you're ambitious, chewing those Funyuns, and then spitting them back out into your hand. And you repeat that process until you've basically blended the entire bag of Funyuns and spit it into your hand. And then you compact it into a snowball of Funyuns. And then you eat that weird Funyun spitball like an apple. And that was something that my roommate did in university. And I love him dearly. And
Oh, we
part of me
love
loves him
Wally.
for that. But that was some next level shit when I first saw that. And he looked at me like I was crazy when I asked him what the fuck he was doing. Like someone taught him that. Someone told him it was normal and he believed him and is still doing it to this day.
Oh my god, dude. That's disgusting.
Yep, the old Funyun apple. I will never forget the first time I saw him doing it and almost vomiting, and now I can't eat Funyuns.
Oh, I forgot all about that until we just brought up Wally, and then it all came rushing back.
Good old Walls.
Oh god, I'm sure he's really going to appreciate this. We've not said full names or anything. We've only said nicknames, so it's not.
A much more appropriate nickname that I gave a friend of mine. So we've upgraded from Big and Gay to Wally. They are two different people, but just to say, I have matured and grown as a person. So please don't, ridicule me online for 13-year-old John's poor brain.
Speaking of online, I've seen this before, and it recently came back through my Facebook feed. Somebody had shared the video of it. I don't know if you've ever seen this. I know you've got dogs. Have you ever had cats?
No.
No. Are you a cat person at all?
I like cats. I wouldn't say I'm a cat person. I love animals and I love anything that will snuggle me. So if someone has a snuggly cat, I'm all about it. Like fat orange cats that just want to lay there and let me just hold them into it.
Okay.
But I would say if I had to choose, if you gun to the head, all of the dogs or all of the cats in the world die, you decide. I'm saying peace out, cats. You guys are a bunch of spoiled bitches, and I'm selfishly spending more time with my doggos.
That's fair. I have 2 cats. I also have a dog, and I would say that I'm also more of a dog person. But I do love the cats when they're not being assholes. They're not mean to us, but they chase each other around at night and stuff like that, and they're pretty loud at night. But I saw this video for this thing. You put it in your mouth. It's like a mouth guard, and then it comes. It's a tongue, and then you lick. But it's a brush. It's a brush for the tongue.
That's weird. That's a crazy cat lady thing.
You quote unquote lick your cat with a brush tongue, and it's supposed to help you get closer to the cat. But you just actually
lick your cat.
You have to be a psychopath. Yeah. I mean, you might as well just lick your cat at that point.
I do weird things with my dogs all the time. I don't know why, but I love just rubbing my face into their face. So I'll just get on all hands and knees and on all fours, and we'll just face rub with each other. So I'm constantly covered in their hair. It's in my mouth, my beard, my eyes, my nose, all the time. But that's just our thing, I'm a snuggly guy. I like contact, but I am not about to get no fake ass tongue to fake lick my dogs. If I want to lick my dogs, I'm gonna lick my dogs, and I've done it.
Well, just stay away from the hindquarters, and I think you're squared.
I do lovingly call belly rubs hand jobs, so
it is it's the equivalent.
Like, Gus, you want a hand job, buddy? Al just shakes her head. Why do you have to call it a hand job? It's so fucking weird. Quit offering our dogs hand jobs.
Yeah, it's a little strange.
Well, I've never said I wasn't strange. No,
you did not. Johnny, have you ever done something that you got so deep into it you really didn't know how you got there, but you were sort of okay with it?
I think so, but give me this example. What's an example?
So I was on YouTube, and it's easy to
danger rabbit holes.
Yeah, it's easy to fall down different I don't know, different
paths?
holes or whatever. Yeah, different paths.
The autoplay next video is a dangerous thing.
It's true, and I don't know what led me to this, but I stumbled across this guy's channel, and all he does is just play The Sims.
That
Like
sounds incredibly boring.
just build houses and stuff.
Although I say that, and then I just remembered that one time for an hour and a half, I watched. Maybe I do have this AMSR thing.
ASMR.
Yeah, I literally watched a dude hand plane and sand a wooden table. He didn't talk. It was just the camera close to the woodwork. I was learning about woodworking at the time.
Yeah.
Techniques, and just got hypnotized by this guy with a hand planer, just sliding it across this chunk of wood, just. And I was just into it.
And how long was this?
Probably like an hour.
I mean,
oh, man.
that's not like the worst thing. It's not shameful or anything. I mean, it's not like, I think I talked about this before on the podcast. Like every once
Your
in a while,
porn addiction?
Yeah, well, not that, but not necessarily that. But every once in a while, when I'm looking at porn or something, there's like weird, like hour-long videos, and there was just one of like somebody who's trying to sneakily masturbate, like with other people in the room. It's like, why would I want to watch that for an hour? Just somebody trying to like unless
jerk themselves over the pants, like
right. Unless you're putting the Mission Impossible music over top of that, I don't like. Bump 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 bump.
Oh my god, I love it.
You better throw some lasers in that video. Make it worth my time, you know?
That's a good point. Like, who is watching hour-long videos in general?
Yeah.
Let alone porn, let alone someone sitting on a public transit, like giving themselves a over-the-pants hand job.
It's got to be one of those weird people who are just like, all right, I'm going to torture myself and just see how long I can be aroused.
That sounds miserable. I'm like a 10-second jerker, you know?
You're like, all right, time to do this. We got a very small window. We gotta fit this into.
It's all about efficiency. Like, I've masturbated 6 times already this episode. You haven't even noticed.
Hey man, you said something about coming earlier, and I had mentally marked that as the first time that it happened for me too. So, and as always, I'm Porky Pigging it on free cams. So.
Classic Porky Pig in it.
Yep, you just got to find me at the right time because you never know when we actually record.
That's true. It's although we're starting to get fairly consistent on a Tuesday night around 8 Mountain Standard Time.
I don't know why, but when the phrase standard time is added on to the time zone, it gets under my skin so much.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm just calling it what it's called, dude.
I mean, I understand but like it's unnecessary. You could just said mountain time.
One time for the entire world.
Yeah, there's a universal time or whatever.
Yeah, why don't we follow that? So, sorry.
It's all based off of that. It's just with -1 or +1. Just so we can all have regular days.
No, I don't want that. I want one time. It is the same time everywhere in the world, no matter what.
I think that could actually work, honestly.
If noon and it's sunny in one spot means it's noon and it's pitch black in another spot, too bad. You got to live with that, bitch. Move if you don't like it. I want one time.
Yeah, I got to work from... I got to pull a night shift. What time you got to work? I gotta go in at 11 a.m. and I gotta work until fucking 6.
Yeah.
That's a night shift somewhere in the world if we're doing all that.
I like it. Fuck it. YOLO.
YOLO. Let's change all the shit, dude. Pandemonium, bro.
I want a new calendar.
You don't want to go off that stupid old Gregorian calendar?
Yeah. Who said that was a good idea? I want to go by the John Gorian calendar, and that way I'll be 30 for the rest of my life.
Every time you get to the end of the year, it just jumps back to the beginning of the same year.
Yeah.
The year never progresses.
7-year winter. That's what I want. Just kidding. Fuck that.
Yeah, dude. Screw that.
Dude, winter's coming and I'm so sad.
I'm not a fan. It's starting to get... But we are getting the fall weather right now, so it's dropped back down into the 70s. We don't have the colors yet.
Did you see? It's dropping down to the 70s.
Dude, last week, we were still in the 90s.
Yeah, okay. Last week, it was fucking 39 degrees here.
Well, and this week, you're snowed in. Who cares, dude? All right?
I don't want it, Zach. Make it go away.
Well, bring your happy ass on down to Kansas City and experience
Kansas City.
Experience all of the seasons. We have them all.
I know.
You know, my wife she saw a funny Facebook post, and it was very accurate. In the Midwest of the USA, there are like 12 seasons. There's like winter, then there's spring, then there's second winter.
Oh yeah, we have that, especially in the winters. We have a lot of winters. Yeah. We don't have multiple summers. We're lucky if we get one summer, to be honest.
It's true.
That's the worst part. So in my brain, winter ends in February. February is a winter month. March is a spring month. But where I live, March is still very much a winter month. You could even make the argument that April is a winter month. And it sucks because we might get a day that's in the 70s in March or April. And then the next day, boom, you're getting another foot of snow and you're back to frigid temperatures. And it's just so bipolar and it drives me nuts. I hate it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I would like to be somewhere like San Diego where it's the same all year.
Just 70 all year round.
Perfect.
I know someday, but then you got to deal with all the other dumb shit in California. But
all the dumb shit in California.
No place is perfect. Moral of the story is no place is perfect, and we should be happy that we live in North America. And I do love Canada, even though the cold. I'm just not a happy Canadian in the snow. Although sometimes I miss it. I just, I don't like it when my face hurts.
Yeah, when it's so cold that it physically pains you, that's where I'm like, nope, cut it off.
I feel like I can hardly survive here, and I have, technology and winter clothing, and how did indigenous people do it? Like, fuck, that's a hard life.
They killed animals and they wore their pelts, and they had a very high fat diet, and they walked across ice bridges and whatnot from
that's
from
just incredible
Asia.
If you think about it,
It is incredible.
And terrifying. I'm a big pansy.
Yeah, and from what I've heard, life for the people who made that trek across that bridge was not a good one. Just like, not at all. Just not a great life.
Yeah, they don't know where the fuck they're going. It's not like anyone's ever been there before. Like, oh, we're a little bit closer. It's like, what do we do? I don't know. Let's just keep walking.
And
hopefully it gets better eventually.
See, that's not me at all. Like, I would be like I'd be the native person who would be like, you know what things I think are okay enough here.
Good enough.
Yeah,
I'm
just
tired.
Set up my roots because
my feet are black. I'm over this.
Because wherever life originated,
Africa.
It spread. Well, yeah, Africa, but it spread slowly from there.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got to think most people are like, no, I'm good. I'll just hang out.
Content.
Unless famine or something drives me out, then I'm just gonna sort of chill.
Yep.
I'm good. I don't, there's not any water. Maybe we'll just walk a little further and
eat this fucking snow.
Yeah. No thanks, dude.
Yeah. I was in the mountains on the weekend. Did you see all the snow we had already? It was lovely.
No, are you saying it's lovely as in a sarcastic lovely, or
a little bit of both? Column A, column B. It was it was enjoyable, but it was a good day. It was a great day, and it wasn't too cold. It was just a little bit annoying. I do believe in weather gods though, because we got there and it was cloudy and a little bit windy. So we're setting up a tarp and we're getting a fire going and whatnot. And my buddy Mark was like, wow, this wind really sucks. It'd be nice if that would go away. And then within 10 seconds after him saying that, the wind stopped. And we kind of chuckled and was like, fuck yeah, this is awesome. And then it started freezing raining. I was like, God damn you, Mother Nature.
Mother Nature's like, oh, you don't want the wind? Sweet. I'll kick it up a notch. I'll make it worse.
Next on the menu is this awesome freezing rain. Have fun keeping your fire going, jackass.
Oh, God. Yeah, unless you guys had an already roaring fire, you probably had a pretty rough time.
We managed to keep it going. I'm pretty creative with that. You know, we made a little lean-to with the with a tarp and just got a good coal bed going, and it all worked out.
There you go, dude.
Yeah.
Silver linings, you know?
Always finding the silver linings, baby.
You have to.
Sure do.
By the way, what in the world does your shirt say? Misery?
So
is that an Oilers shirt?
Sort of. So this shirt is a Misery Signals shirt, which is an Edmonton-based metal band that was really, really big for a while. Probably one of the biggest bands that come out of Edmonton, at least in that scene. So they have some Edmonton-based merch. So this is a retro logo of the Oilers logo, but it says Misery Signals.
This whole time I thought it was an Oilers shirt, and then I actually read it.
So the real funny thing about this shirt, the Oilers have more or less sucked for the last 13 years.
You don't really hear about the Oilers too often.
So people who don't know that this is a band really get a chuckle out of it saying Misery Signals, being like, yeah, you're an Oilers fan, you must be miserable. And I'm like, well, yeah, but it's also a band that I really love dearly. So it's...
Yeah, a lot of people were probably like, wow, the Oilers really sort of have a pulse on where they're...
Yep. Oh, those fans know. We know, buddy. We know.
No, but I'm saying, like, the Oilers themselves, because I assume most people that don't know that it's a band are like, whoa, the Oilers, you know, they're really calling their team like they see it. You know?
They know it. Oh yeah. So, but it is a Oilers styled Misery Signal shirt. I highly recommend people check out Misery Signals. They're an amazing band. I think they're still doing some stuff. They did in 2014. They did a 10-year reunion tour with the original band members, and I think I've kind of talked about it. I used to go to a lot of shows when I was a kid. Yeah. And I loved metal shows, and I loved moshing and like just getting in there and being in the pit and going crazy. And again, in my refined elderly age,
elderly,
it takes a lot for me to want to go to a concert. A lot. Mm-hmm. Like I really need to want to see the band. And if I do go, I'm that old dude in the back I'm just sitting there with my arms crossed, just listening to the music and enjoying the moment. I'm not taking pictures. Yeah. I'm not getting in the pit. But Misery Signals,
there's crowds, there's traffic.
Yeah, it really irks me. So Misery Signals did their 10-year anniversary tour of their, like, my favorite album from them. And I went with some buddies who we like grew up loving Misery Signals, and I know the original vocalist, so I was really stoked for him to be touring again. And I just had this moment where I'm gonna go and I'm not gonna get crazy. I'm just gonna sit in the back, do what I always do now because I'm old. And then I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna get into this. And I had a really good time wearing this shirt, and I'm pretty happy about it. There's actually a picture of me on the Instagram with it, and I am completely drenched.
Wait. Did you just say the Instagram?
Yeah, I'm old. The Instagrams.
All right. That's definitely, that's an indicator of age. When you start putting words in front of things that don't need a word in front of them, that's when people say like the YouTubes and stuff like that.
The old YouTubes. Well, you know,
Yeah. Well, hey, it's all good. Johnny, age is nothing but a number, and if everybody wants to be, everybody can be Peter Pan. That's what I say.
I am Peter Pan.
I'm legally going to change my name.
Please do.
Yep, Peter Pan.
You can get a passport that says Peter Pan on it and then come see me.
Zinger! If I change my name, do I also gain the ability to fly?
I think officially, yeah. If you officially change your name, then you'll get little flutter feet.
Okay. Does my shadow stick around?
Only to sword fight you.
That could be pretty cool, because...
That's a fair trade, I imagine. You can fly, yeah. Your shadow tries to stab you, but it's a shadow, so it can't really hurt you, so you can kind of toy with it.
I just have to stay away from it. So yeah. I always have to be flying.
Well, that's not a bad thing. It's a really good way to get away from Jason. I can tell you that for sure.
Way to segue it, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You wrapped it all up. We went full circle. Or almost full circle. We completed a circle.
We completed something. I don't know what shape it is, but we completed it.
It's probably more of an amoeba if we're being honest with ourselves.
Absolutely.
Very amoeba-like conversation.
Speaking of wrapping it up, let's wrap this one up, put a bow on it, and get it out to our listeners tomorrow, or today, because it's coming on Wednesday.
Or whenever you listen to it, because you might not be listening to it on Wednesday.
You should be listening to it on Wednesday. This should be top priority.
It's true. It is our busiest day. But let's put a bow on this thing. If you guys want to check us out on social media, just search for Jumbled Podcast on all the social media stuff.
On these social medias.
These social medias.
The tweeters, the Instagrammers.
The tweeters.
The Facebookers.
Yep. The Book of Faces. The Snapchats. All that stuff. Yep. Actually, we do have a Snapchat. We don't use it. If you want to send Johnny an email, johnny.jumbled@gmail.com. You want to send just me an email, that'd be jumbledpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, make sure you let us know what food you'd like us to munch on for the food-based podcast. Silent, but also noisy podcast.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my Reuben that I ate during the podcast. I know
I liked watching you eat it. It looked delicious. Oh,
it was delicious. Shout out to the wife for giving me that.
What a good wife.
She is. And if you want to check out our sponsor, go over to audibletrial.com/jumbled for your free 30-day trial and a free audiobook. Don't be a fool. Stay in school. Or if you're not in school, get a book, learn something. And then become a patron over at patreon.com/jumbled. Keep listening wherever you are. Go over to iTunes, give us a rating and review. It does help out a lot. I have not checked the ratings in a bit. Last I saw, we were still at 9. Trying to get that to just around 10.
Come on, someone could do 10.
For everybody that's listening, if we're getting like 60 downloads on release day or whatever, there's a good amount of people there that just aren't leaving reviews. And I understand. I don't want to fish for reviews or anything.
I'm really bad at leaving reviews too, so I understand.
It is a thing. I understand, but it honestly doesn't take that much time. Especially if you have an iPhone, it's all baked into the podcast app. So, anyway, if you would, that'd be great. Please leave a rating or review. And that's gonna do it, guys. But be sure to check back next week for another episode of Jumbled, your favorite podcast.
Oh man. About so many things, we can't even put a name to it.
It's true. There was a good one earlier that I was hoping to remember, but I forgot. But I'll remember when I'm recording or when I'm editing, and then I'll feel bad about not putting it in at this point.
Oh well. Live and learn.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Good night.